Alright guys, I'm back. We just got done finishing coloring these with the Copic markers. Now I'm going to show you how I use my Big Shot to cut these out using the dies, and then hopefully I'll be able to show you how to emboss using the Big Shot and different techniques using the ink blending tools. So again, this might be a couple other videos, but bear with me as I'm learning about the whole timing and the editing of the videos. But alright, so with the Big Shot I'm still learning, but I got a couple plates here, and then there's this multi-purpose platform, so you can use it for wafer thin dies for tab 2. Then there's one for Sizzlets, Embosslets, Clearlets, and Simple Impressions embossing folders. And then you got this one where it's for the thicker embossing folders. So I'll show you how to use these. So first we're gonna do the Thinlets is what I'm using for these. Wait, no, I forget which one I'm using. I think I tried that once and it didn't go through. So we're going to try using tab 2. So I think that's how this works. I'm still learning, so we'll see, and hopefully it works. So what I'll do is I'll place one of the clear plates down here, like so. And then I'll place the piece of paper here. And then there is a platform you can get that's magnetic, that once you place your die down, it will hold in place. So you want to make sure whenever you place this down, see how this one has a little lip, whereas this side doesn't? You want the lip down. So I'll place this on my flower, try to line it up as best as I can. And then using the mushroom die, I'll do the same thing here. Try to line that up as best as possible. Then I place the other clear plate on top, hold it down, and then send this through the machine. And you may hear some cracking, which is normal, so don't freak out, you did not break your machine. And voila! They aren't perfect, but I think they're pretty. And I guess it didn't cut all the way off that top, but I can always go with scissors and cut around this or darken this some more if I wanted to. So there's my 2 stamped images. And it's just that simple. I mean, and then the dies just come off here, and they do cut into your plate, but it doesn't affect it. And some people, you may have to replace these because after time these do warp and bend, and then you won't be able to really cut much or emboss much. So, and you can easily just buy replacements. No big deal. Easy peasy. So, just wear and tear of the machine. So that's how you cut out your stamped images. Pretty easy. I love it. And now I will show you how to emboss paper. So instead of using the very top here, I will go like this and open it up, and then just slide this end through my machine. Keep the thicker end here. And then you'll need embossing folders, and I have multiple designs, but I picked out these ones. I have one that has just a like label type thing where you can put like an image in here, or sayings, or a sentiment, or whatever you want. You can even make a shaker card for in this. It's whatever you would like. And then I have the one that's Sizzix, and it's leaves and branches. So we're gonna do that one first. So you just place your paper between the embossing folder, and then you place one clear plate down, then your embossing folder, with the paper in it, just like so. And then your other clear plate in here, and then you just roll it through your machine just like before and crank it, and then you can go back again if you want. And then just bring it out, and you have a stamped image, so it has texture. So there's how to do that. And then I'll do the other embossing folder. This one's from Darcy. I don't know the names of these, but if you're interested in knowing the names, just let me know and I can look them up and see if I have them in my little inventory. So I do the same exact thing as I did last time. I open it all the way up, the platform, stick that through, and each machine is different. So the Cuttlebug that I used to have is different. So you just got to read the instructions. Maybe I'll crank this through. Hold on. There we go. Kind of hard doing this one-handed. Alright. And then bring it back through if you want, or you can just come out the other end. It's completely up to you. And voila, you got an embossed image, just like the other one. So that's how you use the Big Shot. And I ended up getting that off a garage sale site for 35 bucks, so can't beat that. You can use all sorts of different size dies and embossing folders and all that good stuff. So that's how you do that. Now my whole stamping or my whole inking process, I will show you how I do that using these. I want to show you what I do with my blending inks. Now I use Tim Holtz's Distress Inks. That's what I use. And I have multiple colors, and I use the blending tool that you can get at the craft stores. Or some people will take a wooden stamp that they've unmounted and they'll make their own blending tool. They just add Velcro on the bottom and then foam you can just attach. A foam pad. Some people use makeup pads. Whichever way works for you. And then I store mine, I don't have them all labeled, but I store mine in this container here, labeled. And that way I don't mix the colors. And I have pads for each of them. So, and that's just a regular hardware or fishing little compartment plastic thing. So, and sorry if the table shakes because when I'm doing this, I am using, my tripod is on the table, so hopefully it doesn't shake too bad when I'm blending here, but we'll try not to. So I usually put a scrap piece of paper. Some people use Tim Holtz's craft paper, which I hope to get one day, his craft mat. So we'll start out with the light color first, which is Wild Honey. And all you do is you rub that, and then you just kind of take your sponge here, and you can get these at Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Just always make sure you look for coupons and deals because sometimes they'll be on sale, like Tim Holtz 30% off certain products, stuff like that. So I just kind of go around like this. And then when I'm done with that color, I take the Velcro off my blending tool. And then let's say I want to go, we'll go brown. So this is Vintage Photo. The other one was Wild Honey. So we'll go Vintage Photo here. And you just kind of blend it. And if you want it lighter, what some people do is they'll come off their mat here and they'll just kind of blend it here and then go in. That way it starts lighter. And there is a rounder tool, which I have, which people sometimes prefer because it doesn't leave as many marks. So there is a round one and there's a rectangular one. It's whichever one you prefer. This one might get closer to the edges and might blend better. This one has like straighter edges, so it leaves marks sometimes. But I use this one a lot just because I have a lot more foam pads for these and I don't have a problem using this. Every once in a while you can see like my marks on it from where I put the tool, but it's not too bad. And then if I want to darken this corner here, I just take it, kind of blend it. And my fingers end up all inky, so just like so. Then I thought about bringing in a little bit of green in on this, but I think I kind of like it. I kind of like it how it is, so I don't think I'm going to bring any green. I was going to use some Mowed Lawn color of Tim Holtz, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And then for the edges of this, I will use Black Soot is the color, and I just take my blending tool and kind of go on the edges. Kind of creates like a finished look and kind of gives it like a vintagey, weathered type look. So, and you don't have to do this. Some people prefer to do it on everything that they put in their layouts, which sometimes I forget, and then I'll just go over it with like a black pen or something once I've had it glued down. So that's how I use my ink blending tools. And I mean, you can make all sorts of things with this. It doesn't have to be the browns and the blacks and the honey yellowy colors. I mean, I have some bright colors that I can use. I have purples, I have pinks, I have blues, I have greens. They have all sorts of colors out there. So I mean, you can use all different colors and create a rainbow effect. People use stencils with their ink, with their distress inks and their blending tools. You just lay the stencil down over on top of the paper and just blend. And it's really simple and easy, and it's pretty awesome looking. So that's what you end up creating. And if you want to, you can always take your die cuts that you cut out on your card, like this mushroom for instance, and then put like a little figurine or whatever and a saying and create a card. This is your background for your card, and then just put it on top of a card. Easy. So the other thing I was going to show you, which it's at 13 minutes, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, is you don't have to ink this. Oh, there we go. You can try inking it, then embossing it, and it might create a different effect. Try to do this real quick for you guys. So this might not look the best, but I'm already at 13 minutes on the time. So, sorry if this doesn't look the best. I'm gonna try, but yeah, there's different techniques out there, and these also react with water. So whenever you put water down, it will create like a watery type effect. If you like spray water on it and then pat it, it will have watermarks. So Tim Holtz is the man. He's pretty awesome, I gotta say. So he's got a lot of cool stuff out there. So there's that, and if I were to take my embossing folder and emboss this with the same folder I did before. Let's see. And some people will ink these and then send it through, and it creates a whole nother effect, which I'll show that later, some other time. There's so much I gotta show you guys, so there is quite a lot out there to learn. So then you just crank it through. So what this does is it brings out more white if you don't have like if this is solid core cardstock, so it has white. So that's what that does. And then this is what it looks like if you ink it after you emboss it. So kind of see the difference in the coloring. So that's my videos showing that, and eventually I'll have like tutorials on how to do cards, and I'll learn how to edit videos on YouTube so that these can be a little longer, and maybe do voiceovers and stuff like that. That way I can like speed it up and not go over the time limit. So hope you guys learned some stuff here, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and check me out on Instagram. It's underneath my name, Brandy Gabbert. And I post pictures of my creations and my hauls and of my daughter, of course, because she's cute. So be sure to check me out. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.